morning. This is Ari Boiangiu coming to you from the Neshama office, and welcome to my new video series called Pro Jewish Guitar. Every week I'm going to present you with another tip or another idea that can help your guitar playing. I get a lot of phone calls. A lot of people come up to me by chasanas, by performances, and they want advice, they want tips, they want help with various things they're struggling with in their guitar playing and their musicality. So I figured this would be a wonderful opportunity for me to share a little bit of my experience with everyone out there. And this certainly is not a replacement for guitar lessons or for all your formal training, but it's every little bit, every little piece of advice that I can offer can help speed your way along to musical success. So we're going to begin with tip number one. And tip number one is play it right the first time. That's right, play it right the first time. When a student first starts playing guitar, one of the biggest concerns is proper technique. And once you have your technique down on the guitar, then we can worry about which musical notes you're playing. So the first thing I tell my students is don't worry about speed. When you first start playing guitar, you have to throw speed out the window. You're not going to be able to play in a band tomorrow. It takes a little bit of time. But the first thing you have to focus on is to play everything right the first time. Because if you play it right slowly, then you'll play it right in the proper speed, the proper tempo. But if you don't play it right the first time and you allow your little mistakes to go through, then those mistakes will haunt you as throughout your musical career. As you go on, you play things at a faster tempo. Now, for the guitar players that have a little bit of experience already, this relates to both chords and lead playing, and to melody and to scales. When it comes to chords, you want to make sure that every chord rings out nice and clear, that there's no flub notes, no pick scratching, none of this, none of that. Every note you want, every note you play should ring out nice and clear and even. And one of the ways I get my students to do it is actually, once I teach them a chord, I won't just ask them to play the chord as a whole, but I'll ask them to play the chord broken up, string by string. And that really brings out if there's any bad notes, if there's any bad strings. And that really helps them bring out all the clarity in their chord playing. And when it comes to leads, before anybody wants to get along with something really quickly and start shredding and go into crazy fast notes, the first thing you really have to do is get every note nice and clear. That was a basic pentatonic run. And before I started working on my speed, I have to make sure that every note is nice and clear. There it is. So lesson number one, play it right the first time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. For more information, check out the following websites: neshamaorchestra.com, nusachari.com. For any questions or booking information, you can call Dove Katz at 516-569-4949, extension 111. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.